is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Brother, you must be over the moon about this team, right?
It's exciting. Yeah. It's exciting because didn't think it was going to happen this soon.
Right.
It's hard not to gloat. You guys. But I feel like in light of how Belichick has been treated, and I know this has been covered exhaustively, sure, but it gives a little bit more room to be proud. Do you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's, you know.
Treated with the Hall of Fame stuff recently, yes, or just in general through the years?
Well, they're connected with the Hall of Fame stuff, okay, but I think that's connected through how he's been thought of and discussed through the years.
Right.
You know, it's. I don't mean to say that it diminishes in any way Bill Belichick.
Right.
It diminishes a little bit the institution of the Professional Football Hall of Fame, I think. A tiny bit. If anyone gets tarnished,
yes,
it's that institution. Not Bill's is sitting at the top of the mountain.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's got the wins and the rings and he's got all of it. He's got the GOAT saying he would pick him,
yes,
to be his. So it's not that. What it does is it tarnishes a teeny bit. I don't know who those people are, that committee, but I think it makes them look political and petty. It seems like sour grapes. And so it gives a little bit more room to be happy and proud, you know, and not to feel bad about being in the Super Bowl again.
Well,
again.
Yeah. I caught that one. I caught that one. Because it does. There are shades of 2001 all over the place with this team, with quarterback in his second year. Okay, although you know he's a third overall pick, not 199. Yeah. Vrabel's in his second spot coaching, so maybe learned a little bit about his previous experience, bringing it to bear in this new experience here. And there's an NFC West team that they're facing in the Super Bowl that everybody thinks is going to spank them. And here we are for Super Bowl 60. Kind of feels like shades of 2001 a little bit here.
Could be, knock on wood. Those are big shoes to fill. You know what I mean? I think that I've coached.
Yes.
In my day, I coached some flag football for my kids in the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you be a first ballot Hall of Fame coach? Is there something we need to know?
Not yet, but I'm good with that.
Okay.
You know, what I would say to the Patriots, yes, what I have told my kids, the team that I coached, I prioritized team culture. You know what I'm saying? We didn't all. I like to have the same kids. I had them for 12 years of coaching. Right?
Jeez.
Same group. It was great. Sometimes, and we won a lot. Now, sometimes at the start of the game, you'd be in our flag Super Bowl, and you look across the field, and there's big kids. You know, they're bigger, they're faster, obviously.
Okay.
They're stronger, they're older. I would say to the Pats now, if no one's asked me yet.
Please, I have now officially asked you. The floor is yours.
I would say what I said to them many times, which is, look across there, you see those kids, they're Sam Darnold, all these guys more experience, guys are bigger, they're fast, they're strong. But who wins the game is not the team with the best players. Who wins the game is the players with the best team. We had the best team because we had been played together for a long time. We had good energy, good spirit. I think the Pats have a winning attitude. I think they have there's a good spirit about them. You know what I'm saying? You want to root for this team, despite the long legacy. Everyone got sick of them winning so much. Now people look at that team. Even people who are Pats haters look at that team and they want to root for them. I think that's what they have going for them.
Who are those Pats haters who want to root for them? Have we met any of them? who are those people?
One right there.
Get out of here. Who, me? You're talking to me?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You have been denigrating my desire to constantly talk about how good this team is, which I do all the time. 100%.
Gotta see it. Gotta see this. Gotta see that.
Well, I'd say that for every single team. I say, and all they've done is win games. Now, I don't think Sam Darnold is going to pull the pin on the football and flip it up like a grenade like C.J. Stroud did 2 weeks ago.
He might be forced to.
Or chest pass it like, Jared Stidham did. But those were in the face of pressure that the Patriots defense is 100%. They're a different unit in the last month than we saw in the first 18 weeks of this season. Milton Williams coming back is pretty big. This is the real deal.
Can I ask you a question?
Please, Casey.
If you were in the last game they won they deferred. They at the top of the game, right?
Yeah.
If you knew that the weather was coming in,
yes,
you knew that. Maybe you've talked about this. I don't know.
Go for it.
You knew that there's a giant storm coming in. Everyone can see the forecast. It's right on the edge of the stadium. You know you're getting snow in a minute. Right before halftime. Wouldn't you want to have the ball first so that you can score and then just play defense, counter your defense? When it's a storm and there's ice and snow and no one's going to get very far?
Right.
Why did they do that?
Because they're the kings and McDaniels at the, at the if you will, forefront of the Belichick era on offense after Charlie Weiss, moved on. They're the kings of scoring right before and after halftime. That last 4 minutes of the first 4 minutes, you can possess the ball in both spots, score touchdowns in each situation. You can blow a game straight out. You can come right back. You can do whatever the heck you want. And they were the kings of that. Brady was the king of that.
Yeah.
Brady was the king of oh gosh, he gets the ball 30 seconds to go. He's going to at least get Vinatieri a shot at free. Or at the beginning of the first half, adjustments, they're going to sit. You're going to put McDaniels and Belichick and Brady in a spot where I'll give you 15 lose. I mean, it happened all the time. I just think that's why. Particularly, the snow coming in did change some things. Hey, you made it all the way to the end.
You got it locked and loaded to the Sunday, February 1st edition of the Press Box. All brought to you, of course, by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. Good morning, everyone. With Sancho in the building. What's going on? Probably should be joining us in short order. And I know Mega will be chiming in. What's going on there, Stat Boy?
Can you hear me? Or no?
I can hear you, man.
What's going on? Then I spoke into the mic.
You can't hear yourself?
No, I could hear myself.
You good?
Okay.
You tripping.
I don't know why you asked me what's going on. Then I said what's going on.
Because that's the first time I've ever heard you say, morning. Look like that. And normally we expect the big, boom, boom.
Oh, yeah, nah. That'll come later on in the show. Got to build energy back up. It's
gotta
too
get-
cold outside, man.
Boy.
It's too cold outside.
And I apologize, for the late start this morning, but we had to shovel snow from in front of our doorstep,
Yeah, we had
so
to.
we had to move some snow. And we had a little snowball fight on the way over. So, yeah, I apologize. But it is cold for bomber jackets and was getting angry that there's no snow. It's still cold enough for you to rock some hoodies and some bombers, man. Make a little flash appearance somewhere, show it off, and then put it back in the closet till the next time you rumors of snow. But, like I said, we got lots to talk about today. And, of course, I know the Super Bowl is coming up. And if you're going to play and you're going to win and you want multiple parlay options, you want great teaser bets, you want great prop bets, Island Game, that's where you need to play and win with. Simply log on to theislandgame.com. All the sports, all the action, that's where we're playing and winning. And don't forget, after the NFL season, we roll right into the NBA. We roll right into March Madness with men's and women's college basketball. We got baseball coming up, and then before you know it, boom, back to the NFL. In addition to that, you got international sports, La Liga, the Premier League, the German
Champions League.
Pardon?
Champions League.
Champions League. They got the Grand Prix auto racing, so, horse racing. So there's a ton of places to ways
Sports
to
is about to go on a run this year.
Yep.
The Olympics and then the World Cup.
tons of with the Island Game. The game the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly. Also being brought to you by Green Parrot and Margaritaville, PI. Both of those locations going to have off-the-chain Super Bowl parties. I suggest you check them out. Great beer specials, great wing specials. And, I think we're going to start it off with Margaritaville. Then we're going to head to Green Parrot.
All right.
And then all roads lead at the end to the granddaddy of them all.
Which
Bud
is-
Light's Super Bowl party at the Cricket Club.
Oh, it's going to be right there.
With the huge screens and all kind of crazy stuff going on. Live performances, giveaways, and one heck of a game. And like I said, Cricket Club going to be hooking up the cuisine and the Bud Light's going to be in full effect. So that's how you know all where to go Super Bowl weekend. But do it responsibly.
You think we have any Seahawk fans in the Bahamas? I know there are going to be plenty Patriot bandwagons.
Listen, I
that.
know of one or two Seahawk fans who were Seahawk fans who were former 49er fans who followed Holmgren from Green Bay to Seattle.
Yeah.
And they were big, Sean Alexander fans.
Matt Hasselbeck and that
Hasselbeck.
team.
Also in overtime, we won the ball and we're going to win.
score, and they lost.
One play later,
Lost.
McKenzie going the next way for Green Bay.
I
Touchdown.
think it was Al Harris.
You're right, Al
Because
Harris.
Al Harris is the same dude that got clowned by Moss when Moss mooned Green Bay the year after that.
Al Harris is correct. I think he's the defensive coordinator for somebody now.
What, a college team, a high school team?
Call a pro team.
No, he ain't. Ain't no way he is.
He is. He's been named a defensive coordinator for somebody.
Pass game coordinator and defensive backs coach for Chicago.
No, but he interviewed just recently.
It's possible he gets another job.
I'll say where now. Al Harris. He interviewed with somebody who just got a head coaching job. Just recently as well, too. Yeah. He's interviewed with the Packers. And I think they gave him the job. Because remember now they got
No, they didn't. They gave Jonathan Gannon the job.
Hey, Mr. Producer, let Anos Q down there. And Pearly Friesen, please let him. All right? Thank you,
Jonathan
man.
Gannon got the defensive coordinator job.
Oh, okay.
But that I hate that move either way.
Jonathan Gannon, though, I mean, Dallas was playing with him for a little bit. But obviously thought better of it. Went with Christian Parker, the Wonderkin defensive backs
I
coach.
prefer that move. Because
Prodigy of
he
Vic
had the best-
Fangio
he
out
had-
of Philadelphia.
He had probably the best secondary in football.
But we're going to talk more about when Pearlie and Mega get here because both of their teams have made big moves in the offseason and they've lost some coaches.
True. But
San
speaking
Francisco
of,
lost Salah. He's gone to Tennessee to be the head coach.
Dable's offensive coordinator with him.
And he took Dable as offensive coordinator, which was a nice
Which
move.
I like, yeah, but they have to build up an offense.
I'm just
For Tom
surprised
Ward, it's good.
Dable got a job quicker than McDermott. McDermott is a good coach.
But you know what that's the trickle down effect
Las
of?
Vegas.
I like that too, but that's the trickle down effect of the sympathy that Allen gets. Because it can never be his fault. It can never be Allen's fault. So now teams look
McDermott
at
shouldn't be
McDermott
without a
like,
job
oh,
right now.
Oh, McDermott's defense, this, that, and the third. McDermott could go to Las Vegas and build them up. And like, look at Stephon Coleman and Buffalo. Everybody had this narrative about him. He's going to the Super Bowl. Got another 1,000-yard season with New England. But hey, that's a conversation for another time.
Another 1,000-yard season with New England, but
Yep. He indeed did.
I tell you, I mean, there's a lot of things to look at in the offs, and one thing in particular you have to look. It's more of the new, younger, energetic assistant getting the opportunity.
Dude's
Than the
under
veterans.
30 years old, 40 years old, max. Not no 50, 60, 70-year-old guy. No, that's
and I
not-
want to hear from the Steelers fans out there too,
I
because
would like to as well.
obviously we need to hear from them on their big coaching
Oh, Mike
hire.
McCarthy.
I could reach out to me.
Mike
I
McCarthy,
can
what a
tell you
move.
how to deal with each and every week with Mike McCarthy, especially the weeks when he reaches his hands into the jaws of victory and snatches out defeat. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's that guy.
Indeed he is.
So we'll be talking.
I was so happy when they hired McCarthy. I was like, there's no way they hired Mike McCarthy.
Well, they did. So if you're in that division, you should be happy. Obviously, we'll talk sports coming up. I mean, we'll talk NFL in the 12 o'clock hour. We're going to take the break now, flip side of the break. Pearlie's in the building. We're going to talk Major League Baseball. We got World Baseball Championships coming up. We got, I think it's less than 60
I think
days
World
now.
Baseball Classic, yeah.
World Baseball Classic, and then we got less than 60 days or thereabout before our pitches and catches report.
Baseball's coming back.
12 days for pitches and catches. Less than 60 for spring training. For the first pitch. That is what you call a baseball
Baseball
Jones
aficionado.
junkie
Yep.
right there.
He's just ready to see the three-peat, and I don't blame him. His team bought it, so you got to see it happen.
Hey, don't watch them board talks, man. I want the Lakers to buy a couple of championships now.
Oh,
So you-
likewise, but we haven't bought nothing except mediocrity right now, so I can't even celebrate that. Right?
and who told y'all in 2018 when LeBron James hitched his wagon to the Lakers what it was going to be? What it was going to be? Did I almost
Did you
call it
us-
exactly to
did
the
you
team?
call us winning a championship?
I said
Yeah.
one.
Okay, yeah, then you called it then. That's all
But
we
I didn't.
thought.
I didn't call the foolishness to this. But I'll tell you, we got to talk about after the break. We got to talk NBA and we got to talk about
sure.
Major League Baseball. But definitely got to talk those Lakers. Some trade rumors swirling. Luka clearly trying to show everybody this is his team. I think the Lakers have to go in another direction.
Giannis swirling around. Who's he gonna go to? If he
I hear
goes?
Giannis going to the Knicks.
I like that move too. I've been
For
hearing.
girl-
Oh, come on, man.
Karl Anthony
everybody,
Towns.
everybody gets on Karl Anthony Towns for being zesty, but he's a really good player. But he just needs to cut that out.
He's the whole spice rock. We can leave that right there.
Anyways,
Let's get to the break.
the
Flip
break.
side of the break. We'll be right back at you right here on the Sunday, February 1st edition of the Press Box, all brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light.
Stafford going to the end zone, reaching up and making the grab.
Bahamas, are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
Naughty back at you, repping for the Island Game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final, the Island Game, and you could win big all NFL season long. Every $20 bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
Get ready for the biggest football game of the year, Super Bowl 60. For you, join Star 106.5 All-Star Team live at Anthony's on Paradise Island on Super Bowl Sunday, February 8th from 2 to 6 p.m. Enjoy giant screens, delicious fun food, ice-cold Collect Beer specials, prizes and surprises non-stop. It's the place to be for Super Bowl Sunday. Anthony's on Paradise Island. Watch the Patriots take on the Seahawks.
Touchdown! Seahawks!
The Star 106.5 All-Star Team will be there to cheer you on from 2 to 6 p.m. It's the biggest Sunday of the year for the biggest game of the year, Super Bowl 60, live at Anthony's on Paradise Island. This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, February 1st edition of the Press Box, brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light. All right, let's talk Major League Baseball, then we'll talk NBA. Then in the 12 o'clock, we'll get into the NFL. We got a lot of coaching changes to talk about, draft, positioning, and potential players going after the Senior Bowl yesterday. And boy, let me tell you, some players made some money yesterday. Some no names made some money yesterday.
Newsome, that's his name.
The quarterback, Nussmeier.
Nussmeier.
Nussmeier played his way into some money too.
Round pick.
I don't know about that.
I think he may have done that.
You think he's the one that gets the Daniel Jones rocket ascension?
I believe so.
Well, the way draft boards are falling right now, they got the stinking Cincinnati Bengals taking Caleb Downs at number 11, right in front of Dallas at 12. I'm saying...
The Dolphins pick at 11.
Well...
Unless the Dolphins pick at 11.
Well, on all right, the last one, you all ended up taking Caleb Downs right in front of us. I'm saying if we get this quarterback, Nussmeier, to make that meteoric, and he happens to jump into the top 10, then hey, now some shuffling will be going on. Can you imagine at number 12, sitting right there waiting for the Dallas Cowboys? None other than Caleb Downs. Yeah, my God.
You have to pick him.
And if the draft falls funny, you got a shot at Sonny Styles at number 20?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed you do.
Yeah.
Wow. I would love to see that pulled off. I mean, and there's options for you, too. as well at number 11.
We probably go line though.
Yeah, but I would like to see that hometown story, McGoy. Go right from the Canes straight across the parking lot to the Dolphins.
That's a possibility.
He's
right
a-
across the locker room, actually.
He's a plug and play for the next
But
several
I
years.
kind of want to get on Stat Boy's case of buying something.
That's a great segue because I was about to get into baseball. So,
Yeah,
so
you know,
deal with him.
See, let me say this. Stat
Go
Boy.
ahead.
We're not breaking any rules
I didn't say
at
a
all.
word.
We're doing it the right way. If the Dodgers are prepared to invest in
The
their
right
team,
way. Oh, are you a coming back of sushi store?
Doesn't
7
matter.
p.m. I'll pick a brown
you don't need to
paper
go. It
bag.
doesn't matter. However we do it, we're investing in our team.
Yeah,
Your team spends a lot of money. Y'all just can't. Y'all just don't spend it right.
No, you spend bad. I know.
The Mets do the same thing, but every Major League Baseball team is making a profit. But what these owners want is for the Dodgers to give them money and they put it in their pocket and don't spend it on players. Milwaukee Brewers owner is the 9th richest owner in professional sports.
And they don't spend money.
But he doesn't want to spend any money. So they
I'm
enter.
aware.
We win, and when we win, people spend. We make over $100 million out of Japan, $1 billion in gross revenue. And every stadium that the Dodgers go to sell
Sells
out
out.
every time.
It's fair.
So you're making money. Spend it.
No, but I've been agreed with you on this. I was just
So
throwing-
we're
I
not
was-
buying any there. And plus,
I was throwing like just we know Milwaukee will never be in
and
the
plus,
conversation.
players
They're cheap.
want to be in LA. The locker room is wonderful. The Dodgers take care of their players and their families. We look out for them.
true.
We do well by them. Players want to come to LA. So why should they not come to LA? Because we're gonna win 3 in a row, hopefully.
The power balance of the league though, like of the MLB, it just gets crazy.
Tell them spend.
Pearly.
It just
spend.
gets crazy though. As
Invest.
fair as your point
This-
is, if y'all stockpile every great
No,
player in
but
the MLB, like,
this
what's
way I
that?
got a
So
caution.
we should turn
Pearly.
them down. We should turn them down.
This way I
Not
got
that
a
you
caution,
should, but
Pearly.
there has to be something implemented in place, like the salary cap when they do these lockouts in December of what 26.
This way I got to caution you.
They have to, man.
You're going for 3 straight. This is where like a dark horse team or like a team like Houston comes along.
Nice, nigga.
You got to stay focused.
I'm not worried about
You
Houston. The
can't
team,
just-
the team I would
No,
be
I wasn't
worried
meaning.
about.
I wasn't meaning Houston this year. I'm talking like in
In
the
a few
past
years?
when
No,
Houston.
yeah, I understand that, but they were out. They cheated.
Well, yeah, that was
The
cheat
cheat
they
team.
got cheated in 2017.
We should have
That's
had.
fair to the Dodgers.
So the team I'd be more concerned about would be the
Toronto.
New York Mets.
You think so?
They've spent some money and
In the
they're
NL?
doing some things. I'd be concerned about the Toronto Blue Jays.
That's what I'm most
Okay.
because I think y'all
Team,
win
but to
the
be
NL.
honest with you, I'm not worried. I think the Yankees disappoint me in not spending any
No,
money.
I
this year.
agree. That's why I'm salty. That's why I said y'all buy everything. I'm salty.
Boston is going to be a team that if they can get it together will look pretty good.
I'm obviously salty that we haven't done anything with our
The Philadelphia Phillies may be a team.
There
to
was a
talk
team in the mix.
Right,
Who
so
else?
those are the teams, and anything can happen because Chris Berman says this is why you play the game.
There was a year where
On paper we should be 3 in a row, but we still got to go out there and play.
Because there was a year where the Rangers and the Diamondbacks made the World Series.
Yeah,
That was just so random, and of course the Rangers won in 5 games.
yeah.
So
So it's just a matter of us playing to win. We got the team to do it if we can stay healthy. But even when we're not healthy, Dave Roberts does a really good job of balancing the team.
that's true. It's
We
very
had a
true.
crappy bullpen last year, found a way to win with that.
But he made the adjustments he needed to make.
We made some adjustments.
He just made the adjustments. Plus Toronto making key mistakes. That's the difference between experience
And inexperience.
and exactly. So
Mets, if they stick together, like
No.
when I say stick together, barring injury, barring meltdown, barring issue, the Mets could be a
They're
dark
going
horse
to be a
team.
the
good
Mets
team.
payroll is always high, and they just added Soto last year, who was the MVP candidate 2 years in a row, and they didn't even crack the playoffs.
Yeah, but
and
they-
they've lost Diaz to the bullpen. Yes, you add Bo Bichette, but yet your bullpen it doesn't. They traded for Peralta, I think, though, which is a good move. Which is a good move. But I have to see it.
And
to
they
believe
also
it.
hired a Detroit to get Skubal.
They got Skubal.
No, they're working on
aiming
it.
to.
They're trying. They're
if
hard.
if they get it, I could see them cracking the playoffs this time around. But the Mets are the Mets. I got a friend of mine, close friend. He's a huge Mets fan and I'm a Yankees fan, and he always brags about beating us in the regular season. And I tell him, when you get to the playoffs, you're not making it past the divisional series if you get there. Last year, 2 years ago, they made a good playoff run in a while, but they're not getting to a World
Who'd they
Series
lose to?
anytime soon. They lost to the Dodgers.
Oh, just checking.
And I called it, and I said you're going to lose to the Dodgers. You can't beat. You have the greatest player actively playing. It's like watching Brady. It's like actively watching Jordan. Ron, you're watching the best ever do it in real time.
Yeah. But you know the thing about the news on him is he's not pitching in the World Baseball
I
Classic.
saw that.
He's
I saw
not-
that.
he's not gonna pitch for
He's gonna
Japan.
DH full time.
Got to save the arm for World
yeah,
Series.
you got to. But
Yeah.
I still think Japan will be a threat. He's already won with Japan, and he's already won with the Dodgers twice over. And
Japan has a really good team. But
Shohei's three-peated the MVP with 4 MVPs.
yeah,
It's ridiculous.
But the Americans got a really good pitching staff. That's gonna be something
They
to
do.
watch. And guess what? The great Clayton Kershaw is on that pitching
I
staff.
saw he came back to go do that. I'm like,
Yeah.
why?
Isn't Max Fried on that staff too?
Freed, yes.
I think so, but
That's
like,
odd.
Skeens.
Kershaw retired from the MLB, but he's going to end his career with the World Baseball Classic. Hey, fair play to him.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And
Yeah.
I think, and they asked him how does he feel if he has to pitch Otani. He said, "I'll be very nervous, but I hope it doesn't ever come down to that."
Right?
I don't think so. But if you got, I mean, what an ace up the sleeve to have.
Yeah. Big left-hander with that curveball. If the curveball is on point, he'll be good.
Yep.
You know, Giants kind of made a quiet move. They kind of
Brought in Luis Ariz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They lessened the impact of the depth of San Diego.
I'm just surprised he's getting moved around so much and for so little.
He wants to play second base full time.
But San Diego is in a I don't want to say in a big tiff. But the family, the owner died,
Yeah, I heard about this.
and his daughter.
But he like took ownership. And
Yeah,
took
but
control.
it's the two.
like it's a dispute.
It's a dispute with the daughter's husband running it,
and
and
then
one of
the
the
brother?
sons,
Yeah,
and they having
okay,
some
yeah.
arguments. And so, rumor has it it's going to be a fire sale before the year's out,
and then they just sell the
and
team.
they sell the team.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I think that's best.
I wonder if, on a more local note, I'm looking at some of these guys that they're bringing up between the top 100 and 200 that they're going to give a shot at this year throughout Major League Baseball. Potential Rookie of the Year candidates. And I'm thinking, for by grab, if some of them getting the move made this year, the Rangers need to just bring up,
Yes, Sabas.
Sabas Walcott and just plug and play him and let him go through the growing
He's
pains
going to
there.
get an opportunity in spring training to prove himself. He's going to get it, and let's see what happens. I think he's number 5 overall or something like
Number
that.
7, I
7,
think,
8.
in
That
the
dude is
entire
top,
Major
top
League
10 in
Baseball.
Major League
That
Baseball.
dude is good, man. That
Him
dude is
and the
good.
Robinson kid out of Arizona.
Christian Robinson.
Keep an eye on Christian Robinson, too.
Like is he?
But remember, he got sidetracked a little bit with visa issues and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
But
just keep an eye out.
he's in his 20s. No, because
He's still in his 20s?
He was like only 17 or 18.
No, he's
still
young.
young.
He's young.
He's young. Okay, good. Because I know Sabas is only like a calendar year above me, and I think played 2 years above me at JBLN. Like he was always ahead. He's good, man. They need to call him up because he's genuine. He's legitimate.
He's
Yeah,
legit.
he's got all the tools.
So I think he's going to get an opportunity in spring training to prove himself, and
and
hopefully
I
he'll make the team.
don't see anybody in the Texas organization jumping out at shortstop that could really take
No,
it from
they've
him.
lost Marcus Simeon. I think he went to the Mets or he got traded
Isn't
somewhere.
Corey Seager still there?
I believe so, but that's the only one. He's aging too. I
That
mean, he's
tooth
still
long
good.
though,
Yeah.
Yeah, the tooth is long.
and
but he's
Seager
still
could play
good.
other positions.
He can play third
Could.
base.
He
can
could,
play.
and that gives.
So
So
See
you
him
put
on
you
that
put
field.
you put Seager and Walcott at third. You got a nice half of that.
But they,
infield
lost,
right
they
there.
lost Simeon, right?
Yep.
So
that's what I'm
Walcott
saying.
could probably play second base.
He could, but
Why not?
I mean,
Well,
it is.
you're
Yeah,
trying to make the lineup.
Yeah, you got to. You got to
go
play.
with
You
it.
go.
If you trying to make the lineup, you don't fight
Yeah,
it. You
Simeon-
just
yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
go
what
where
he's
they
traded
put you. But
to,
I'm thinking he's one of them who I think could actually outright win that position.
I don't know if he'll take it from Corey Seager until Corey's ready to give that up. He's not going to take it and put that big money on the bench.
Boy, I don't know.
They're not going to put that big money on the
They
bench.
ain't got to put him on the bench, but they might have to put him in a different position.
I don't see that happening. I see Walcott moving to second base until he takes over shortstop eventually, but I don't see them displacing or moving Seager from there to make room. I just don't see, not in Texas. He hasn't really lost a step. He's maybe longer than 2, but he still had a good year last year.
Yeah, but he's getting up there though, Pearly. You got to admit
But
that.
until the numbers decrease,
It
tell
ain't
the
like, it
numbers
ain't like a
start
Simeon
declining.
type. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, you got to almost like keep it to him because this guy's won 2 World Series MVPs. This is a guy who's a clutch player.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
All right, sliding to the NBA. Big trade. Well, not a huge trade yet.
Last night it was Dennis Schroeder.
The NBA trade deadline is closing in. It's at 3 p.m. on Thursday. And they got the second trade of the year. The first featured Atlanta Hawks sending star point guard Trae Young to the Washington Wizards
Only
for
2
C.J.
trades this
McCollum
year?
So far.
and Corey Kispert.
Now, 3 weeks later, the Cleveland Cavaliers, Sacramento Kings, and Chicago Bulls completed a swap that saw the Cavs add Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis. Now, the Kings acquired DeAndre Hunter, and the Bulls take on Dario Saric and 2 draft picks.
Okay.
Why is it that Dennis Schroeder seems to be the poster child at the NBA trade deadline to get? Every year he gets traded at the
And
deadline.
why
'Cause he's
trade
a-
away
he's-
DeAndre Hunter from
Because
the
he's a
Cavs,
good,
who's
he's a
your wing?
good, he's a good clutch player in playoffs.
But they
He's always
already
been.
have what's your boy's name? Lonzo Ball as the backup point guard.
They trying to move Lonzo.
I heard they're trying to move him too. But
I
why
heard the
trade-
Lakers looking to try get Lonzo back.
Why
That would be
trade
horrible.
DeAndre Hunter, of all people, who's a wing, a good, solid wing player for y'all in the rotation.
Issues there.
This is why Cleveland will never win without LeBron.
The Cavs
Maybe they'll win next year then.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, the Cavs get Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis. And the Kings get DeAndre Hunter. Now, the Bulls, I think, they're cool with Sark and the future picks. I think the picks for them were the big thing. They could probably release Sark if they wanted to, or buy him out and give him opportunity to go sign with a contender. But I'm looking at what the Kings are doing, man. Slowly and quietly, the Kings are putting together a nice young squad out there in Sacramento.
They're 12-38.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
for next year, okay.
Yeah,
They-
but they were one of they've
and
been
they got
very
draft
competitive.
picks.
They've been very competitive.
correct.
And many times they beat the spread. Many times.
They're great against the spread.
I don't go against them at the spread.
You take. Listen, you see Sacramento with 8.5 or 10-point spread.
Sorry.
Then you're gonna have to be able to say, look, they may lose this game, but they ain't losing by 10 because they
They have to fire sale everybody for picks. Sabonis, buy. DeRozan, buy. Westbrook, buy. Levine, buy.
Yeah, I don't
Build
know if
young.
they get picks of Westbrook.
That's in the offseason,
that's
man.
right.
Obviously,
And
they
and
wouldn't, but build young because
Why get rid of Sabonis?
Sabonis is one who can get you picks in younger
that's
players.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
And he's been
Picks-
been
because-
wanting out for a minute. I
It's
wouldn't
not
have
only
a problem
that.
with him as the long-term center in LA.
Sabonis, yeah, he's a guy who could go to a contender.
Package
How old
eight.
is he? How
He's
old is he?
29. He'll be 30 in May.
Package Ayton in a sign and trade deal, and boom, boom, boom. Because Ayton's fallen off a cliff the last 5 or 6 games.
Absolutely.
What happened?
Let Doug Christie build his young team.
No,
in,
game
in
before last, he
Sacramento.
had a good game.
Yeah, Pearly, but he's had a 4-point stinker, a 6-point stinker, a no-point stinker. And Jackson Hayes finishing. Jackson Hayes closing out now.
That speaks.
So I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. I was supporting DeAndre all the way along and lobbying. I mean, he had some great numbers early on. Had a perfect game this year. He was 10 of 10 from the floor.
This has been his problem, and we always bring
Did
it
they
up.
didn't social media hoochie stars? Or
It's the consistency, and it seems like he never has it.
he's really fallen off the cliff the last couple of games, man.
And guess what? Denver went 4 weeks without Jokic. They're 33-16, and now he's back. And so that's another team you're not going to catch.
Yeah, but again, against Washington, he had double-double. He had 28 and 13.
Against
Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah. And I thought he had another good game the game before that as well.
No, we got blown out by 30 by the Cavaliers, and Ayton had
Yeah, 10 and 4.
points
Yeah.
and 4 rebounds.
Well, everybody did bad in that game.
Except Luka, but of course.
And they had 6 points against the Bulls.
Yeah, and then go back a little bit more. You'll see. I'll pull it up for you. There was a run.
Yeah, I see it.
He had 9 and shot 4 of 16 against the
Now, one of the
Mavericks.
complaints he's been having is that he has not been getting enough touches.
16 shots ain't enough touches, and you convert 4 of them? You're not shooting from mid-range. You're shooting big layups.
Like against Cleveland, Pearly. You look at that game against Cleveland, he was non-existent. He had 10 points, 4 field goals. That was it. No 4 rebounds. 18 minutes. I mean, he wasn't playing no big minutes. Look at Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes coming in with 18 points and 18 minutes and 7 points, 5 rebounds. So him and Hayes are actually splitting the minutes at center right now. And that scares me because we all know what happens when you have Jackson Hayes go up with a team with a dominant big, i.e. Minnesota with Rudy Gobert. You see what happened last year, right?
He ain't even really
Boom.
dominant, just good on defense.
But Hayes is not a game changer like that.
Oh, yeah, that's the sad
And the
reality.
sad thing is, Ayton isn't either. So, maybe the Lakers should look trying to do something for Jaron Jackson.
They've been talking. There's been some jabber out there.
What have you heard?
About that Aiden on the trade line. So there've been some talks.
Maybe that's why there's a decline in the play, because you've heard those talks too.
Yeah,
I hear he's involved in trades, and that could be true to those Jaron Jackson rumors.
Yeah, but there was that talk, and I forgot who else they were talking about.
I hear Connects that they're ready to get rid of him.
Because
And Rui Hashimura.
Think about it. He's been disrespected. They traded him for Mark Williams.
They need
and
to put
because
him on a
Williams
team.
failed the physical, they brought him back.
They need to put him on a team where he could play and get some minutes and a steady run. That kid is legit.
You keep saying that, but I've not seen it. I've just not seen the consistency in him.
Yeah, because he's the kind of player he's a younger player who's a volume shooter, Purdy. And you got to find him.
He's not going to be a volume shooter in LA with Reeves, Leby, and
correct,
and Lucas. So he's not gonna. He got to learn to take the minimum amount of shots and make best of it, and that's what he's not doing. When you get your opportunity, you make best. The more you do well, the better you play, the more time you get.
I think him and Redick got some issues going on there too, but there are still a lot of teams that covered him and want him. So if we got to flip him for something, let's do that. I hear. The point guard.
LaRivia?
Jay Vincent.
Gabe Vincent?
Gabe Vincent. Gabe wants out. Gabe wants a trade.
Because he's not getting the playing time. LaRivia's taking his job.
I said, don't sleep on LaRavia.
Yeah, LaRavia, that's okay.
Let's go to the phone lines. Talk. Press box.
Yeah, brothers. Morning. What's happening, man?
What's going on, Muff?
Yeah, two quick questions, man. Hey, Northern Purdy, great comeback, man. When they say you'll get blowed by 30, Friday come back and blow that team by 31.
Yeah.
Now, what happened to Young, man? Why Young? I see Young playing with the Visit Jets. Where he is?
He's injured.
Oh, he's injured.
Yeah, he was traded with an injury.
Oh, okay. And then, Purdy, I agree with you by number 12. For you all who play for you all, but he can't on Friday. He's the new Ramsey or the new Ganeke.
No, he's
LaRavia.
They brought him there to exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, man, he can't on solid. And then another question. What that is with Paul George is taking, man? We get suspended for 25 games. What that is, man?
It was a performance enhancing, I think it was.
Good for him.
Oh.
I haven't done anything in the Sixers with this team anyway, so see you later,
4
alligator.
years, $212 million.
Wow.
How do you move it?
They can move it. That's an albatross for them for a while. But I'll tell you one thing. People were calling the Sixers about potential trade deadline things, and they made it abundantly clear.
No, he's not.
Even ask about VJ.
Valdez Drexel is staying with us.
Don't even ask about him. He is untouchable. Him and Moxie are untouchable. Anybody else, we'll talk shop on. But those two, can't.
The Sixers would be crazy to trade VJ.
Yeah, no, but it'd be stupid. You had to do that, but it'd be dead
that would
stupid
make sense.
to do
That's
that,
your
boy.
future.
What? Well, Miami, send him to Miami then. If you
Your
want
backcourt is solid
come down
with
to
the two of
Miami.
VJ could get a haul though. He could get a haul.
It's a rookie.
Young player on the rise right now. He could easily get.
What a haul would be.
They could get a player and a couple of first round picks for VJ
I don't know
right
about
now.
getting no couple of first round picks.
Well, they still
Maybe
winning.
one and a couple of players though.
They still winning.
But no
They
big
win
time
last
players.
night.
They're not going to trade him first round pick and him and for a big time player.
I wouldn't trade VJ, but I'm telling you, there are for them to put that statement out league wide. People calling them trying to make a deal for VJ.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not trying to make a deal. I just don't know what the haul will be, but you say it is.
Yeah, but I agree. I agree with Ricardo there, too. Hines playing better than Aiden, man. Aiden is coming looking Hines. He's bringing the energy, man, with them reverse dunks and things and the fast break and the alley-oop dunk. He's bringing more energy, man. The body language. I agree with Ricardo on that one. But I gang up and on this one right here. I agree with them. They should let Aiden finish sit out and then start next season fresh. Because they come back in and he ain't quite ready yet and get injured, I get injured his whole career. All right, gentlemen, it's great show. I can hang up and continue to listen.
All right, brother, take time.
Take time, Muff.
I mean, it's not really a case of more athletic. Both Hayes and Ayton slow-footed. Both of them are minimal rim protectors. Neither of them do anything in a 7-game series against a team with a quality center. They don't do anything. That kind of series, you're going to need consistent rebounding, consistent shot blocking, and consistent scoring. Ayton may get you to scoring on a lot of chippies and the low post presence that he brings, but Hayes is not a low post scorer. He's just a finisher. He's a lob junkie. Now, does Luka find him a lot with those lobs? Yes, but I mean, can you make a living in the playoff series with just your whole offensive repertoire being the lob?
No,
I don't think so.
you can't.
So the Lakers got a lot of issues to deal
But
with.
that Luka lobbied to get him for that same pick and roll.
Listen, Pearly, as a bench contributor and coming off and playing X amount of minutes and bringing energy and rebounds and a couple of lobs, yeah, man. To do that JaVale McGee thing, hell yeah. To be the starting center for the Los Angeles Lakers, hell no. It's just that simple. Jackson Hayes is not, that was the knock. He could never provide starter minutes wherever he was. You know, he bounced around now. Come on. It's not like.
I'm talking about Ayton. Luka lobbied for him to get there.
Yeah, that's fine. But at the end of the day, Luka don't play no defense. So I'd much prefer a Jaren Jackson who could score, but also plays defense.
All right.
To make up for the fact that Luka don't play no defense. LeBron don't play no defense. Reeves just play where you put me defense.
Yeah.
LaRavia just try, but he got that white boy disease.
Well, he's trying.
He's try hard though.
Yeah. All right. We go
So
as
only
far
you got
as-
Vando, and Vando
yeah.
is the only one who's the real junkyard dog.
Yeah. He's the 3-and-D guy.
So we need another 3-and-D to get in there and help the situation. That's what I think. So if you're looking to get pieces, that would be a piece you need to look at, but the market's very slim on that. So I don't know where we go from here. Not too many draft picks in the future. Salary cap is negotiable, but obviously we got to pull a page out of the Dodger playbook and invest in the luxury tax and go over.
We'll see what happens.
So
We'll see what happens.
very interesting,
But
man.
the key is, will the Lakers pull off a trade with LeBron this week?
No, I don't think.
Sip to Cleveland. That's been a little sip. It doesn't matter for who. I'd send him for first round pick or second round pick. I'll trade him if I
Get a
could.
first at least.
But I mean, you know, there's been talk that let's put it this way: LeBron is going to he's going to play one more year because he wants that.
Untouchable 24.
No, he
seasons.
wants that celebration
tour,
of
farewell tour.
rocking chair and all that
Well,
stuff.
the
and all that-
Lakers-
or that farewell tour, I wanted to call it.
Well, the Lakers need to do something, though, because
So
now we're at number 6 at 29 and 18, and here comes Phoenix at number 7, 30 and 19. Golden State at 27 and 23.
Golden State won't catch any of the teams, but through 1 through 7, yeah.
You got to watch out. You don't want the Lakers in another play-in scenario again in the LeBron era.
I shouldn't say 1 through 7. I should say 2 through 7. Thunder, number 1, they're still going to get like 60.
No, I think the Lakers will be in the top 4 at the end of the season. You've had a lot of
Pearly,
injuries.
I don't know.
You've had a lot of
OKC,
injuries.
Denver, San Antonio, and Houston. Those 4 teams are
but
better than the
but they're
Lakers.
healthy. They've
Minnesota.
been healthy, and the Lakers have been hurt. Lakers was number 3. They were playing good basketball until the injury bug.
The bug came back.
No, let's still be honest. Until the injury bug hit. All right, because if you really want to be fair, for the last couple of games, LeBron has been balling. I hate to say it, but he's been balling. He has been balling.
Last couple of games, off and on. I
No,
mean,
he's been balling the last few games. He's been balling. The problem with the Lakers is they don't have their team together. Reeves has been out for a while. Hachimura's been hurt. Smart has been in and out. Vando's been in and out. Luka's been in and out. LeBron has been in and out. DeAndre's been in and out. We've not had our full team healthy for 5 games in a row. So if they could fight through the injury bug now and get healthy in March, April, I think the Lakers could be a contender or at least give a good run.
They got to add some pieces, man.
No, I'm not disputing that, but the healthy Laker team that was healthy at the beginning of the season looked good. And then they got injuries.
And then LeBron came back.
You take that personal hate for LeBron out and let's
Pearly, it's no
Yeah,
personal.
it
Like the
is not, yeah.
record clearly states they have lost more games since he's returned than when he wasn't there. Pearly, that's facts.
The games he has played, not necessarily. Not necessarily. That's not facts. The facts is he's been in and out a lot.
The fact of the matter is,
And
him
games
coming
that he
back
has
was
not
from,
played, we've lost.
and games that games he's not played, we won. We had a better record without him.
We had a better record, but we had a full team. The only player was out was him. We didn't have Reeves out. We didn't have Luka out. We didn't have DeAndre out. We didn't have players out. We had everybody there. Now, if you could say we had everybody there and him back in and losing, okay. But
And
the
you're
fact,
talking about last couple of games he played. He had some stinkers the last couple of games too. Like against Cleveland, 3 of 10, 11 points.
everybody, Luka had a bad game, even including DeAndre Ayton.
I see what you're doing, Pearly.
No, I'm not.
It's okay, Pearly. I see what you're doing. I've walked this. I see what you're doing. I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm not. You just want something to talk about since we got a week to kill till Super Bowl next week. Okay, I'm not falling for it. All right, I'm not. I've been here before. I've been there, done that. Got the T-shirt. I stand by what I said. LeBron, and I said it on this show, and I said it elsewhere. My biggest fear is his return going to mess with the chemistry of the Lakers? And obviously it has.
That happens if you go 15 games and you don't play in your return. There's going to be a chemistry issue. Yes, I admit that. But him and DeAndre has had some good link ups. Him and Luka, I've watched the games, and let's get it straight. I don't like LeBron in LA, and I want him out.
Listen,
but I'm going to be real.
And the games that he stepped up and did things, I give him his credit. But there's other games that he's done absolutely nothing, played no defense. So at the end of the day, if we keeping it 100, the Lakers are not better off with his return than they were without him. And now they got to look to find a happy, because I'm looking at the standings, and they got Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers written all over them, free falling.
Yeah.
Free falling. What a song.
But I want to digress a little bit and switch sports, because the great Djokovic in tennis, lost today to Alcaraz.
Carlos Alcaraz.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
6-2, 2-6, 3-6, 5-7. I thought he was going to pull it off because he came out storming in the first set, but it just wasn't there to be won. So he didn't get his 11th Grand Slam championship, which is a heartbreak. And our girl Goff didn't make it to the finals either. So
Who, Coco Gauff?
no, she got beat in the semis. Yeah, she
Too
lost.
bad.
Yeah.
Rough for her, but she'll be back. She'll be back and she'll be better.
Yeah, I mean, it isn't like she lost a scrub, you know. So it wasn't like that. It was just a. I think she lost it. I think the girl who beat her actually won the championship.
Well, obviously, it had to be in quarterfinals or semifinals where she was eliminated.
Yeah, she lost in the semis. The championships were yesterday.
All right, so Mr. Producer, we're gonna get to the break. All right, we'll get to the break. Flip side of the break, we'll get into the 12 o'clock hour, and we'll be talking all things NFL. We'll have the AFC rundown brought to you by Green Parrot, the NFC rundown brought to you by Margaritaville PI, and we'll have our pro picks brought to you by the Island Game. That's all coming up in the 12 o'clock hour as the Sunday, February 1st edition of the Press Box, brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light, continues right after this.
Did you watch UFC 325 yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Stafford going to the end zone, reaching up and making the grab.
Bahamas, are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
Boost your buying power with a margin loan at rates as low as 7.5%. A margin loan offers convenient flexibility, freeing up capital without liquidating your investments. Whether you're looking to diversify, fund a business, or refinance higher cost debt, RF provides access to cash within 48 hours for any purpose. Tailored, effortless, powerful. Discover how a margin loan can work for you. Visit rfgroup.com or call 603-6000. RF Bank and Trust. Money at work.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Naughty Bagacha repping for the Island game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final push is back with the Island game, and you could win big all NFL season long. Every $20 bet made sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island game always reminds you to play responsibly.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, February 1st edition of the Press Box, brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light. All right, we're into the 12 o'clock hour, and we're talking all things NFL. And we'll start off with some NFL news, but you know, we'll start off with the AFC report, brought to you by Green Parrot. And don't forget, Green Parrot, that is definitely off-the-chain location for your Super Bowl party. All right, they're going to have the tailgating as full as the game, pregame, halftime, postgame. So you definitely want to check them out. Green Parrot, fully loaded for your Super Bowl Sunday. Fully loaded menu, wing specials, beer specials. It's going to be off the chain. You definitely want to check it out. Now,
you know what I find interesting?
What do you find interesting?
Why did the Vikings wait till yesterday to fire their general manager?
Yeah, I was about to get to that in the news, but...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. The news.
No, go ahead.
I know. I'm just trying to figure why would they fire him? With all who are you going to get?
At this stage of the game.
Who are you going to get?
Draft. I think that was lingering from last year. He made some comments.
They said because not only the comments, but the fact that he made the move not to bring Sam Darnold back.
That was another thing. That was the major reason.
Uh-huh.
And those comments came off of when he was questioned about that.
Yeah.
And it just got really bad for him.
Yeah. And so somebody said, why are you going to fire him now? Why didn't you do that earlier? If you were so upset about, the move with Donald, he was waiting to see if Donald would make the Super Bowl. What sense that make?
It makes no sense.
I think they invested in McCarthy, and they were ready to roll with him, thinking he's good to go, but obviously he wasn't.
Yeah. But but we'll see what happens. I find it interesting too that the Dolphins have not hired a defensive coordinator yet, because they're hoping Anthony Weaver gets a job. Because if he gets a job, they get 2 third-round picks, one this year and one next year. If they don't get anything,
so that's why you're lingering, hoping he gets a job.
Yeah, we're lingering to see what happens. It don't make sense. They know who they want to hire as the defensive coordinator. I guess they've had a conversation. But
who do they want to hire for him?
They're not saying, right? There's some rumors out there they're not saying. I I think they're going to wait to see what happens with him. If he goes to the Raiders or somewhere else, then they get a 3rd-round pick this year and a supplementary 3rd-round pick next year, which will give them a lot of pay, which the Dolphins need picks. We've got no money to sign no big names, so we're going to bargain shop, bring a lot of young players in there, tote some beating, and build the team slowly.
I'm looking at the rest of the NFL news. ESPN and the NFL finalized deal after regulatory approval, so the ESPN is going to continue broadcasting NFL games. Giants co-owner Tisch named in the latest Epstein files.
Oh, boy.
There we go.
You never heard Jerry naming none of them foolishness. That's all I use.
If he was on a radio,
Any sensible owner.
I had a good one to leave that alone.
The Bills hire former Ravens
He's old.
player and safety, Jim Leonard, to run the defense. He's the new defensive coordinator in Buffalo. Ravens to hire Doyle, 29, to be the new offensive coordinator. And let us know a little more about that there, Stat Boy, because he's one of
29
Ben
years
Johnson's
old.
disciples.
Bears offensive coordinator, even though Johnson still called plays, heavy input on the offense, a disciple of Ben Johnson. He's going to get to call the offense because Minter's going to call the defense, and I'm excited. I'm very, very excited for the offense in Baltimore. I couldn't believe we poached him, and when we got him, I was like, other than Todd Monken, this is the best possible hire you could get. Of course, Todd Monken went to the Browns, so now we just have to find a good defensive coordinator, even though Minter will call plays, and we'll be good.
Well, speaking of Monken going to Cleveland, it seems like he hit the ground running and he did the right thing. Embrace Shador Sanders as soon
Because
as he walked in the door.
Shador's gonna have like a 2019 Lamar type of season. Don't be surprised. They just have to add talent on that team.
Isn't he? It was the backup pick for the
Pro Bowl. Right. But that's just, so a lot of people hate on Shador as if other quarterbacks were gonna go and appear at the Pro Bowl. I don't know why they just love to hate on Shador, even though Shador is more deserving of the hype and the love widespread that like what Bronny gets in the NBA.
Yeah.
Nobody boos Bronny. Everybody wants to hate on Shador. But Shador's earned more love than anyway. Yeah. It is what it is. But that'll be a good move for Shador for his development. Monken is a great offensive play caller. It's going to be rough not having him in Baltimore, but having Declan Doyle, I'm excited.
What I'm interested in seeing is now these potential franchise picks. I see George Pickens could be, not franchise tag. I see George Pickens could be a tag for Dallas.
I think so, yeah.
I see Travis Etienne with the Jags. Jalen Phillips with the Eagles.
Yeah, they're going to have to tag these guys. Can't let them go.
Johan Jennings with the 49ers.
Jawan Jennings?
Yeah, Jawan. Uwe with the Chargers.
Odafe
Now,
Owe,
this is what I find.
This
is what I find interesting because I thought he was on the block to be traded. Kyle Pitts, Atlanta may franchise him. I find that interesting
because he shows flashes, but he's never shown consistency.
I just think Atlanta's not used him properly because if you look at when the Dolphins took Smith and used him in a different way.
Yeah, exactly. John Smith.
Nah, he didn't look too good in Pittsburgh.
No, absolutely not.
So I don't know. Maybe that's why Miami knew something there, why they wasn't anxious to extend him.
Probably that was the case.
Yeah. But then again, you look at some of then we talked earlier about some of the winners from the Pro Bowl. I mean, from the Senior Bowl.
Yep, we did.
This kid Tyler Green from Arkansas, he plummeted. He did not look good at all.
Tyler Green.
Yeah, from Arkansas. He did not look good at all. He just couldn't handle that pressure.
Pierce, so I didn't catch the Senior Bowl.
I didn't see it, but
Yeah, reading the reports about it. Yep.
Yeah.
Stock tanks.
Tight ends don't look. I don't know if there's any great tight ends coming out. But whenever they say don't look good, there's always that one tight end that comes and be a rookie Pro Bowler.
Exactly.
And then the kid from West
Michigan. Puka didn't get picked. It was Quentin Johnston, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Jackson Smith, all of them picked above him. Puka's better than all of them.
Yeah, look better.
Fifth rounder. No, Puka's the best receiver in football.
You think so?
Yes.
Hold on.
Who's a better receiver?
There's a certain Jefferson guy.
And I will throw a healthy Sedarian.
Listen,
well, I knew that was
Daddy
coming.
on Lamb
I knew
in there.
that was coming.
You could throw a George Pickens in there this year too.
But I don't know.
The only one.
But he's a 1 year, one hit wonder. All things considered, I got to see. Consider what he did in Pittsburgh. CeeDee Lamb has consistently been up there. Amon-Ra St. Brown is another one that needs to be in the conversation.
Yeah, but he's not the best. The only one I would go with is Jefferson because
Puka Nacua is up there, but guess what?
Jefferson suffers the Randy Moss curse. No quarterback consistently throughout his career and still produces. So Jefferson's the only one.
And Nacua suffers Matthew Stafford blessing. Notice that,
but without. Okay, go ahead.
Cooper Kupp had it before, and remember that monumental season Cooper Kupp turned in.
Yeah, but
and remember what he had him.
Look at the years Stafford didn't have.
Stafford will lock on to a receiver. He will always. You will know who his favorite receiver is.
And guess what?
I'm
agreeing
the
with you.
years Stafford
but
didn't have
Megatron,
Kupp or Nacua.
Yeah, but you know the ball coming to Nacua. And you're double teaming him, and he's still getting it.
He
can't
can
stop
catch.
him.
He can run routes. He does everything.
I didn't say he wasn't in the conversation. I would just say there's some other
I
dudes
think
you
he's
could
leading
argue.
the conversation. I think he's leading the conversation.
It's him and Jefferson.
I would put him and Jefferson.
Jamar Chase
number 1 and 2, maybe,
to
however you want to do it. And then you could talk about your Pickens and others, but not in the number
The
one
reason
spot.
Chase is slightly overrated to me, he's had Joe Burrow his whole career, stability.
Yeah, but
The
Joe Burrow
connection's right
never
there.
had a decent offensive line. Joe Burrow had to do a lot on his own.
No, and all due
You
respect
put
now,
Joe Burrow in
if you want me, if you want me to go out there and go on record, CeeDee Lamb has had 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Right, because he came in a year before. CeeDee.
No, they came in the same year. CD just didn't crack 1,000.
What did he get in rookie year? 978,
Yeah, it was
980.
close. But Jefferson had 1,400 his rookie year.
Yeah.
Then 1,600. Then 1,800.
Yeah.
Right.
Jefferson come out storming from day one.
Right, because
And there's no stable quarterback.
But whoever was playing knew that he was the number one target and he was getting all the balls. CD had to come to it, Amari.
Yeah, but
Cooper
CD
being
didn't have a Dak Prescott.
You know what?
Hold on,
If you
allow
put
me-
Dak Prescott there,
allow me to make my
different
point.
All right, go ahead.
CD had to come through with Amari Cooper there, a couple other people that were getting the ball. And I'll tell you, to his credit, out of his 5 years, Dak has been injured 2 of those 5 years.
Not the whole season.
Yes.
Well,
Out the
no,
whole
he
season?
missed. Yeah, Doc missed
The
his
ankle,
rookie year, and then there was
and then last year with the
hamstring
hamstring,
yeah.
and Cooper Rush
But-
was so. I'm not saying CD's the best. I'll tip my hat to Jefferson. I'll tip my hat to Nacua.
Let me show you
they're in
something.
the conversation.
If Jefferson ever gets unhappy and he gets traded to the new evil empire, such as the Patriots, the new
Now
Patriots
you got a
make,
problem.
it's Moss and Brady all over again.
That's ugly. I agree with that.
Because he's going to run out eventually. He's still 26, going to be 27.
We got Mega joining us. Mega via the Zoom. Welcome, Mega. What's going on,
What's
Mega?
going on, Mega?
I'm listening to what Santo was saying. If Justin Jefferson goes to the Patriots and New Evil Empire, you're trying to compare Drake May to Tom Brady?
No. It's a new, lesser okay, you know, like when you go to the food store and they don't have like the main brand thing, so you buy something off brand, but it tastes like similar. Like it's good enough to hold you over. That's what they're not on Moss or Brady's level, but that's what the duo would be like in this new era.
I got a question I want to put out to you guys, and I was waiting to put this question out. The fact that the New England Patriots are in the Super Bowl, is that saying that they're that good or that AFC was that weak this year?
A mix of both.
Or was the Patriots just lucky to have the
mix of both.
cards turned their way? They played six last place teams.
I've been listening to
Let me
this.
finish this piece. They played a crappy Houston, Texas quarterback, and they played a Denver team without a quarterback. Was it they just lucky, or is it that the AFC is just that weak this year?
I would go and say because of their schedule, that benefited them a lot. Because I had a lot of friends who like Harvard NFL fans for like 30 years saying that their schedule basically favored them this year.
I think. Go ahead, Mega.
That the playoff run that they, like you said, with a horrible quarterback, C.J. Stroud, Bo Nix getting injured, so you got to play the backup. That had to play a part in why they are at the Super Bowl this season.
It's not all luck, and I'll explain why.
No,
go ahead.
You want me to be devil's advocate? Okay. They play the Chargers, top 5 defense with Minner leading the helm. They play them. They beat them 16-3. Granted, the offensive line was terrible in that game. They still did enough to win against a top 5 defense.
Only
They
scoring
play
16 points.
They play Houston. May gives you 2 turnovers, fumbles it like 3 times. I think he throws a pick. They still win. Yes, CJ was horrible.
Okay, so
CJ
he was
horrible.
horrible because they gave CJ
And
a
he was
chance to win
and
that
he was
game, and CJ
generationally
did
horrible.
nothing.
I agree that CJ
Okay.
is the main name for the Texans,
All
but
right.
still, they were able to overcome all that and score 28 points because there were a lot of times where the Patriots would fumble in response to a CJ pick. So they were both turning it over almost at an equal rate.
Yeah, but CJ was given the opportunities. They should have scored
Denver,
far more points.
everybody wants to say that the Patriots were lucky because Bo Nix went out. And as true as that is, the main reason they lost, because it was still a winnable game for Denver, when they were allowing 30 points, 27 points. They played their best game of the season, one of their best games, allowed 10 points.
Against a backup quarterback who won't play all season.
No, they allowed 10 points to the Patriots, is what I'm saying. The Denver defense did. Sean Payton's ego and his hubris to go for it and not take that 3 points early in the game is what cost them the game. It would have been 10-10 going to overtime. You have new life. And if you lose in overtime, you can lose.
Yeah, but if you think if Bo Nix, it would have been 10, it would have been that low scoring? You think Bo Nix would have wound up not
No,
beat the
it would
Patriots?
have been. I think so, but at the same exact time, it was still a winnable game. You have to know in the hand you are dealt, it's like a card game or something. You have a hand you're dealt. You have to play it to its fullest potential. Peyton didn't do that. He wanted to go for it on 4th and 1, knowing you have a backup quarterback. Take the points, go up 10-0 early in the game. That's momentum on your side. He didn't want to do it.
Okay.
And then, of course, Stidham becomes Stidham. You know you're going to get turnovers from Stidham. Sean Payton lost them that game. I'm tired of hearing people say that the Patriots just got lucky this whole entire time.
Here's my take on it. I think the Patriots from a 4th place schedule, unlike other teams, they had a good head coach in Mike Vrabel that knows how to deal with momentum, because I think they had like a 10-game win streak.
Mind you, the schedule in 2024 that the Patriots had wasn't much tougher.
Again, though.
And they didn't have to deal with much injuries, too. Remember now, they didn't have much injuries to no important positions on the team all year either.
Correct.
Yeah.
Injuries weren't a factor either, but they worked a 4th place schedule. Vrabel has enough experience to manage them and guide them through it. You have McDaniel, who's a heck of an offensive coordinator, horrible head coach. Experience. Both Vrabel and McDaniel have been through this with Belichick. They've walked this road before with a young Brady. There's experience in New England going through this. So they were prepared. They take one game at a time. They have a defense that could travel. And a fight shooting itself in the foot gets them enough points to win games. Do I think is that going to be the recipe for a successful Super Bowl? No, but we got next week's show to talk about that. All I'm saying is they managed a 4th place schedule. They may take a step back off a schedule. But at this very moment right now, with who's left playing, they got here because they stuck to what they do.
Yeah.
They run the football, dink and dunk, play good defense, get a turnover here or there, and try to get out of Dodge with a win. And they don't care if they win ugly or if they win in a blowout.
At the end of the day, next week, next year, this time, we're not going to remember the scores of the game. We just know what their record was 14-3. They made it to the Super Bowl.
Correct. Let's get to the phones real
But
quick.
I tell you one thing. I tell you one thing to look for. Detroit has a last place schedule next year, and they'll be healthy, hopefully.
This is true. The press box.
Well, good afternoon to the #1 sports talk show on this side of heaven. Gentlemen in the studio, how you all doing today?
Mystery, what's going on?
What's going on, Mystery?
Mystery.
Hey, Stat Boy, I just want to say something. I heard you use an analogy with Drake May and Tom Brady. Get that out of your head.
No, I think you're not taking in the context of what I said.
Listen, Drake May even in a knockoff. Not even, he even in a knockoff.
He's not a
of Tom
knockoff?
Brady.
Okay, hold on. Just real
Hold
quick.
on, I ain't finished yet.
Go ahead.
He even in a knockoff of Tom Brady. Now, while I do believe that Drake May, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, I believe those are the future quarterbacks of the league. But maybe in the same sentence, you like Stevie Wonder, blind.
Stevie Wonder was a great musician, so I'll take that
boy,
comparison.
as much as I appreciate you, right, and as much as I respect you for your knowledge in sports and the depth of sports, that was a bad comparison.
I don't think you understood the context in which I made the comparison. I'm not saying Drake May is going to beat Tom Brady. Just hear me. I was saying if Justin Jefferson happens to win out and gets traded to the Patriots, of course, specifically the Patriots, it'll be a similar duo all over again in a new generation of football. I didn't say Drake May is Tom Brady is going to be better than Tom Brady. I didn't say Justin Jefferson is Randy Moss. I said it'll be comparable.
But I think Justin Jefferson is at the level of
Jefferson
Randy
is
Moss.
comparable through the first 6 years of Randy Moss because only them have started their career with six, and Mike Evans with six straight 1,000-yard seasons. And I think Jerry Rice started out with, Rice didn't have his first season 1,000 yards, but then he had an 11 straight seasons with 1,000 yards. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. We can't disrespect Drake May to the point of, oh, he's nowhere near close to Tom Brady. He's this on third. He's 100 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. An MVP candidate, probably going to lose to Matthew Stafford in the Super Bowl in his second year. So while he's not Tom Brady, because nobody's going to be Tom Brady, you never know because somebody might come along in the future and surpass him, but nobody right now is touching Brady. But the whole point was that it'll be a comparable duo. Not individually, these two players are going to be better than Moss and Brady. They're cemented Hall of Famers. But the duo in New England would be comparable, and it would be a flashback and
to the
reminiscent
detriment
of
of the Buffalo Bills, the Miami
exactly.
Dolphins,
And I love it.
lousy New York Jets.
But the Jets and the Bills, I love their suffering.
No, but
I
you
clown
gotta-
on the
you-
Dolphins, but I hate the Bills and the Jets with a particular passion, so I wouldn't even mind it.
Stat boy, you got to see it first in order to compare it.
Right,
But
that's why I said the biggest word I
that's
said was
basically-
if.
That's a hypothetical.
That's
That's
we
a
were
hypothetical.
speaking in
You gotta
hypotheticals. I
see
didn't
it first in
guarantee
order to
anything to
compare
happen. I wasn't like Joe Namath happen.
And it did.
They're gonna win, and it did.
And it
I didn't.
did.
I didn't guarantee anything to happen. I was just making a
Okay,
comparison between them as a duo, not individual players, as a duo.
Okay, I got you. I got
right.
you. I got you.
Because you can't compare nobody to Brady.
Yes, sir.
Freddie, anything new with the Dolphins?
Hopefully, it'll get rid of. Well, no, we won't be getting rid of Tua till June 1st.
Y'all still suck. Nothing new.
But you're gonna see a different team. Don't expect much from the team this year. Don't expect any playoff. Just expect a bottom 10 finish this year. But expect to see some fire in the team, some toughness coming into the team, and expect them to build for the next year to make some moves. They can have a lot of draft picks, so they can have a lot of young players. You're gonna see Tyreek Hill gone. You're gonna see probably Chubb gone. You're gonna see one or two other players gone. So don't look for a lot, but look for some competitive feist in them, and then you'll see him build after next year.
Okay, and this one for Naughty. Naughty,
Yes, sir.
anything new with Dak Prescott? Is he on his way out of there?
No, sir. But I'm convinced. I'm convinced that Dak Prescott had sexual relations with your wife in a past life. Because your obsession with Dak Prescott has reached like epidemic proportions, man. It is beyond a healthy man crush. You got an obsession with Dak Prescott more than Dallas Cowboy fans have an obsession with Dak Prescott.
The good thing about it is, I could take a joke like that. I wonder if you can.
What?
That joke.
That joke?
Yeah. I wonder if you can take a joke as what you just joked with me with. I wonder if you can take that.
Well, I don't have to take it because I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Only person
So
who had relationships with my wife in the past, present, and in future is me.
So do I have to worry about it?
You should worry about it, all things considered. How you don't show up and how you lack, backbone to pay off your debts. I don't know if you could rise to the occasion, so maybe you should worry about it.
You must understand, though, and you must admit, right? You're a good guy, but you must admit that you have very thin skin.
Admit that I don't entertain BS. I entertain your BS day in and day out. I entertain. I entertain your obsession. I talking now on mystery, not you.
When we speak in sports, right? You shouldn't bring personal relationships in it, right?
Well, you shouldn't be so personal about Dak Prescott. You know how I feel about.
Nobody to do that to you.
All right, you want me to apologize? Okay, I apologize. I didn't mean to mash your corn. Obviously, that struck a nerve with you, so I'm sorry that it's so close to home to you. I'll use a different reference next time. But you do have a very you have a very healthy, obsessive man crush on Dak Prescott, and I'm starting to worry about you because you obsess more on Dak Prescott than anybody else. Why? Why? Because he light skinned? Are you one of them darker hued brothers that don't like light skinned brothers? Is that what it is?
No, if I follow sport, not because you pull for the Dallas Cowboys and you like Dak Prescott, and I don't like the way Dak Prescott play, means you must get a little personal about it. It's all men, right? But we shouldn't get that personal when we're gonna infer statements like having sexual relations with another man's wife.
I am worried about your obsession because every time you call this show, you don't have any other question for me except for a Dak Prescott question, man. Why don't you get a different question for me then?
I thought you.
Then maybe I won't have to lick you with
but
sarcasm because, to be honest with you, you coming off like Ryan Hollis now. Every time you got a question for me is Dak Prescott. You got to issue with Dak because Dak has the same stats as Mahomes in the regular season. He's had better stats than Allen. And every time they make a mistake, you give them a bly. It's only Dak you look to persecute and crucify. It's only Tua you look to persecute and crucify. So I'm starting to wonder if you have a problem with a certain genre or a certain look of quarterback. You mad because they got good hair or something? I mean, what's going on? Let's talk since we talking.
I could say in reference to that, right? I listen to all of your shows. I listen to the Sunday show, and I could say that you have obsession with certain people also because you also always referencing them. But I'm gonna use sexual slurs and throw sexual slurs at you. I think that was really wrong, and I think that was very low.
And I apologize, but again, like I say,
very wrong.
If
Anyway,
you
y'all have a good day, guys.
Yeah, all right, Mystery. If you gonna walk it, you gotta talk it. If you're gonna talk it, you gotta walk it. You can't come with just snide remarks and then when people throw them back on you, you can't take it. And I wish you would have stayed on the phone for this instead of tucktailing and running. Because you got a long history of tucktailing and running when it comes to this show. Taking you 3 years to try. Hopefully Buffalo could beat the Cowboys to bail you out from not coming and showing up and paying off a debt. I mean, if you want to go there, let's go there. My question to you, Mystery, is what's your obsession with Dak Prescott? What is your obsession with him? What is your obsession with Tua? The only thing I could look at them two brothers and say, they look a particular... You got issues with light-skinned brothers? Is that what's going on, Mystery? I mean, let's be real. All I know is, I learned in the comedy business a long time ago, man. When you throw a rock in a pack of dogs, the one that yelp the loudest is the one who get bites. So I must have hit home with that one, Mystery. So I'm sorry. I apologize again, man. I apologize again, Mystery. I didn't know Doc, consumes you so. But now that I do know, I won't crock on you no more. I just expect you to be obsessed with Dak Prescott every time you call. And I'll expect the bottom that comes along with that same question. What about Dak Prescott? What about... You got to have an issue with Dak Prescott, man. You got to have an issue. See, when I go after LeBron, and if that's the reference you were making, I will always come with points to back up my statement. You don't do that so much.
I think he's more just teasing you, North.
Take a joke back.
No, I got to give him right on that, too. That was a little cold.
But I'm the coldest, brother. Get used to it.
Yeah, but that touches. I wouldn't have done that. I got to
Well, like I tell people, it's my wife, my kids, the Dallas Cowboys, the Lakers, and the Yankees.
And he may be the same thing. His
So?
wife, his kids. So if you say something like that, he will take offense to
Well,
that.
I take offense to the Dak Prescott reference every week.
Yeah, but if you hit him with something else, but not wife, I can't give you right on that one, bro.
Well, I guess, I could be strong and wrong.
No, man.
Let's take a break. When we get back, we're going to touch the score picks and discuss a little more NFL football. This is the Press Box with Naughty, Pearly, and Statboy. We'll be right back.
Bahamas, are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
Looking for insurance that fits your lifestyle and your budget? At Star General Insurance, we've got you covered. Whether it's motor insurance with flexible options for third-party liability and comprehensive coverage, or commercial insurance products that protect your business, we have choices you can afford. Own a home or renting? Our home insurance products have just what you need. And for the adventurers out there, we offer marine insurance too. Visit our website or social media pages for contact information and quotes. Star General, insurance made simple.
Naughty Bagacha repping for the Island Game. The NFL season is upon us, and the fight with the Island Game, and you could win big all NFL season long. Every $20 bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
Always on the go? Missed the show? You can now listen to Guardian Radio talk shows anytime, anywhere on Spotify and YouTube by searching Guardian Radio 96.9 FM or by entering the name of your favorite show. You can also listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com and clicking on the podcast tab. Guardian Radio, continuing to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at ya on the February 1st edition of the Press Box, brought to you by the Island Game, Green Parrot, Margaritaville PI, and Bud Light. And we're back at you. 12:32 p.m. is the time. And I know we got a couple of moves in San Francisco. Saleh going to take over the Tennessee Titans head coaching job. And any other coaching departures from San Francisco along with that move? I know he signed Eric Whitecotton from the Cowboys to be his defensive line coach. They were together in New York. That makes a lot of sense. Any other pieces being added? And I know our offensive coordinator was in the conversation as well, correct?
Yeah. What's you mean for us or you mean for Tennessee?
For Tennessee, did Saleh take any pieces with him or any coaching members of his coaching staff?
There was a particular name, I think a big name too, from I can't remember which team it was that went with him.
Dable, didn't Dable go as offensive coordinator?
It was Dable, right? Because remember he was up for a head coaching job, but he ended up taking the offensive coordinator job down there with him in Tennessee.
So Tennessee is going to be like San Francisco and Buffalo Light then?
He should be. Dable, I mean, I thought Dable would have gone with his boy since he's the one who basically made Josh Allen who he is.
It'll be very interesting to see because with Cam Ward. Because Dable is a quarterback whisperer. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with Cam Ward.
I think he's gone there to grow Cam Ward and to develop into the potential he has.
Yeah, and they have plenty cap space. I think they have like
$100 million.
Over $100 million.
$100 million cap space, yeah.
Boy. And then I think, too, Saleh was saying Memphis right now is a city that's right now, they're kind of bubbling right now. So they have potential to do some big things, build that defense around Justin Simmons.
Yeah.
If they hit right with those, some free agents.
Or Jeffrey Simmons.
Jeffrey Simmons. That team would be saying something in the AFC South.
Yeah, they got their full complement, plus they got the $100 million, so they could grow a good team overnight. Considering where they finished, so they'll be playing like last place, fourth place.
They're going to be
record.
playing a fourth-place schedule.
So they're in a good position.
They got some pieces there, too, like Calvin Ridley, if he could stay healthy. Eric Iomana from Stanford, who developed late last year. Plus, they got Chick Okonkwo, or a young wide receiver.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
He's pretty decent there as well, too. So, offensively, they're all right. Tight end, they're all right. The O-line, they got money to sign pieces and draft. Watch out for Tennessee. Saleh was starting to turn the Jets around, too.
Yeah.
But Saleh didn't have a legitimate quarterback. That was his problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Saleh may have something in Cam Ward that's going to get him 20 points a game, and the defense can keep him competitive.
And the Jets also dysfunctional too. So no matter who they hire,
Yeah.
Not at
you
all.
go to the Jets, you basically got to be doing some magic one track in the team.
Speaking of the Jets, real quick, I'm going to run this clip. It's Daniel Jeremiah's first mock draft, and he's got the Jets actually trading up for the number 1 pick.
For Mendoza?
For Mendoza. So let's check this out real quick, and then we'll jump right back
That's
in.
speculation, though.
Nah, he's going to Las Vegas.
Yeah, I don't think the Raiders will give him up for anything in the world.
They need a quarterback. Why would they give up their number?
That quarterback already. That's a different story. I totally agree.
Not falling back on Geno. He's done.
Let's get to that mock draft, number 1 by Daniel Jeremiah, his first mock draft of the draft season.
Moving on to your middle 10. So you think the Jets go shopping in the Columbus, Ohio store? You've got Arvell Reese at 2, and then Carnell Tate at 16. They're gonna. I mean, my gosh, it'll be all Buckeyes in that receiver room. Garrett Wilson coming back and Carnell Tate together. You like that?
Yeah, well, we've got mutual friends in the media business that are Jets fans, and they thought I was just trying to curry favor with this first mock draft because of the talent there. Look, Carnell Tate is one of the 10 best players in this draft. I was just looking at it historically as you play with scenarios, and you look at the JSNs and the Justin Jeffersons and Ibuka. We've seen a lot of these really, really good receivers have kind of landed in this area of the draft. So is he, is that a dream scenario? Yeah, sure. But I still think it's possible because we see receivers just about every year. You get a big time dude that lands in this area of the draft. So I think he's worthy of going much higher than that. And who knows? He could be sitting up there for the Cleveland Browns, right for the taking, somebody right down the road who would fill a need for them. It wouldn't shock me at all if he went all the way up there. But we've just have a history of seeing some really, really talented receivers drop into this spot.
Yeah, and you've got Denzel Boston of Washington going to the Steelers, 21st overall. What's the talk down there as to who the next quarterback there is going to be?
Well, the thought before the head coach was named, but that was probably it on Aaron Rodgers. Everybody, at least around the league, expected that was, they're going to close that chapter. But then you hire Mike McCarthy, and everybody's like, well, wait a second. There's obviously, it wasn't the smoothest ride there, but they had so much success together. And looking at the other options that are there, maybe that door is still open, for Aaron Rodgers. So I don't think anybody has a clear understanding of what direction they're going to go there. But I do know, and I've said this, before he was hired, but there is some love and support in that building for Will Howard, not just amongst guys who've been there, but, from a coaching standpoint, from a player standpoint, there's a lot of guys in that team that like him, and, he's a 6th-round pick, and, how high are the expectations? Look, the guy won a national championship. He's big, he's strong, he can move around a little bit. He's someone that I think they would at least, like to see what they have there.
So there you have it.
Interesting.
Very interesting take right there. I mean, Cleveland, it does make sense for Cleveland to make that move and take the Ohio State wide receiver.
That'll be a lot of help. For
and then now you look at Njoku and Fannin. That makes sense in Monken's offense because he likes to run 2 tight ends.
Yeah.
You got Quinshawn Judkins, the running back, the young stud who did well.
Yeah.
Wide receiver last year, Isaiah Bond. Was it Bond or Land?
Yeah, Isaiah Bond, yeah.
Had issues in Texas, dropped out of the draft, was had a first-round grade potentially, and dropped out, signed as an undrafted free agent, but he's doing well. Monken could probably rejuvenate Jerry Judy's career, but now, Judy got competition if you bring in this kid Tate from Ohio State. That gives Shedeur weapons, and it also gives him... Or Judy could actually play his way out of the whole entire situation.
You know what? I could see them trading that pick, the Raiders.
You can
But
see the
thing about
Raiders.
it is, yeah, not signing, not trying to draw from Mendoza. Nah, this might be me just being biased, but if Mark Jones is available,
That's
think
what I
that-
was hearing. They'd try to go with the Mark Jones route.
That's what I'm thinking, because if they could trade Mark Jones and throw maybe 2 picks with that, I think the Raiders would do that. And that's where, somebody might end up trading with Raiders for that first pick.
I don't think the
Because Mark
Raiders are
Jones is a
completely
commodity.
sold on Mendoza, and I think that comes with hiring a head coach. They got to get a head coach in there before you figure out where they're going to go quarterback-wise.
Could be Anthony Weaver.
Could be.
Anthony Weaver's name keeps popping up for the Raiders, but I'm still thinking McDermott's sitting out there. Shouldn't the Raiders at least give him a call?
It's those two, I think. I think it's between those two.
I mean, McDermott has proven what he did in Buffalo. It's not all his fault they couldn't win the big one,
I don't know.
I think he's the scapegoat.
Well, we'll see this year with Brady in the helm, and Josh has Brady, who was in his ear for the last few years. We'll see. I saw something interesting. Guy by the name of Jake Westover put $5 on New England to win the Super Bowl. And if
At
they
what
win
point?
in the
What's the
offseason,
payout? Yeah.
he bet $5 that they'll win the Super Bowl. If he wins, if they win the Super Bowl, he takes home $18,000.
Boy, oh
Boy, I know. He could be so mad not getting that 18 grand next week.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
No, I don't see them in it.
No one sees them. You didn't see them beating Denver. You didn't.
No, I
see
saw them beating Denver when Bo Nix went down. I said, "Oh, that's it."
Okay, well, did you
I
see
saw
them beating Houston?
I saw them have a chance against Houston. I thought CJ.
You said
I
Houston
I
was gonna
did
win
pick-
this game.
No, I did pick Houston to win. I'm not running away from that. But
Okay.
in my mind, I'm saying if the CJ Stroud that played the week before that showed up, and exactly what happened, the CJ Stroud.
That CJ Stroud didn't show up, but worse CJ Stroud showed up. That's why I said
Even the
he would
worse.
win.
Okay, so
yeah,
it
even
was,
worse.
if
But
he had played as reg, I
the
don't know.
games still have to be played. The games still have to be played. Seattle hasn't faced a defense that has played as good as the Patriots have played this playoffs.
And the Patriots hasn't played the
What's the-
defense
what's
as
the
good
name?
or special team as good as the Seattle
But the
Seahawks.
Chargers,
Nowhere
Denver-
they're not as good as Seattle.
and Houston.
Seattle's the best defense in
Okay,
football.
let me just interject
The
this.
best
here.
special teams in Super Bowl. The stats say it. No, even the NFC Championship game was the number one offense against the number one defense. That was the
Now,
story.
you should proceed with caution with me when we get into this, all things considered, Miami, Ohio State. But I personally believe Seattle got exercise some demons from Super Bowl past, and not only are they going to beat the Patriots, I think they square up and punch them clean in the mouth.
Everybody's saying they're gonna get blown out and they don't.
I'm
stand
not
a chance.
saying it's a blowout, but I'm saying I think Seattle is going to dominate in all three phases of the game. They're
So,
going to win the game outright. You're going to see that they were the dominating team in the game.
Houston and Denver weren't comparable defenses to Seattle. They weren't comparable.
No,
I can guarantee
I
you
wouldn't say they
one
weren't
thing, though.
comparable. Go ahead, Mega.
I can guarantee you one thing: Jackson Smith and Jigme ain't gonna be that wide open against the Patriots that he was
Nope,
against the Rams.
Gonzalez.
Because that Belichick teaching with Vrabel got that you try to take with the best player. That, they can.
But
they
let
can
me
do
tell you where
everything.
they
They can triple them.
let me tell you where they're going to be susceptible. They're going to have to sell out a lot to take Jackson Smith and Jigba out of the game.
Yeah,
mind
they
you,
have to double team him.
mind you
I'll
that
put number one on him.
mind you that grizzled veteran Cooper Cup
That's
don't
the-
have a game and show his behind.
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna probably put the best man on Njigma. They're gonna double team the next.
And don't sleep on Raheed Shaheed. They traded for him for New Orleans right before
Special
the trade
teams.
deadline. Special teams,
Yep.
but he's a gadget guy on
Yes,
offense.
yes.
If you selling out to take out Jackson Smith and Jigba, Cooper Cup, now you got the burner on one of the weaker corners.
What New England has to do is, and I don't think New England's offense is good enough to keep that ball for long drives. The Seattle defense is gonna force them in and out a lot. They're gonna, and if they don't, the only way New England can win this game if they keep it a low scoring game, number one, and they keep the ball out of the special teams, ground him or.
But I think it's going to be difficult because New England's been susceptible against the run
Yes.
when teams commit to it. And Kenneth Walker's been lights out in the playoffs for Seattle. So just look at it for
the
all
offensive
what
line
it
has
is.
come together. See, Seattle to me is the most complete team in the NFL this year. They've got a good offense. They got the best defense, and they've got one of the best special teams. They're complete. There's no real weaknesses in that team like that.
And they're very well coached.
Now, if New England can keep the ball out of their hands, which I don't see happen because the defense is not going to allow that, that dink and dunk they dropping out, it's not going to work because Seattle don't need the double team. They can play man. And their safeties can move up, and their linebackers can fill in the gap. It's going to be interesting to watch. It'll be a good Super Bowl to watch.
Not according to y'all, it's a blowout. It's decided before it's
I know.
happened.
He said it. I never said it's a blowout.
Fair enough, you didn't.
I didn't say. I said.
I got a feeling that Seattle may blow them out.
It won't shock me if they beat them by 2 touchdowns. It won't shock me if they beat them by 2 touchdowns or more. It won't shock me. And it won't shock me if New England wins it 14-10 or something like that. That won't shock me.
Not at all.
But I don't see that. I don't see New England put them more than 14 points, but I don't think they're going to hold Seattle.
Everybody talking about Seattle, though, nobody's even looking at New England's strengths or weaknesses because everything about them is, it's luck.
No. Listen, Seattle's going to be up against it, too, because when people, the Rams were showing that they could run the ball, too, a little bit, because both and Williams had about 50 yards apart.
The Rams' defense has no secondary.
If they commit to the run against that Seattle defense and run the two-headed monster of Stevenson and
which opens up the pass.
Trevion Henderson, that'll open up. But Ramondre Stevenson has been doing it in the playoffs for the Patriots. He's been running the football,
yes, he has been
catching the football and scoring.
This ain't gonna be no snowy weather either. This right in San Francisco. This ain't gonna be no ice bowl.
Even better.
Exactly.
Even better.
But the thing is, Seattle hasn't seen. They played the 49ers defense, injured the hell and back. No Warner and no Nick Bosa. The Rams defense, great front seven, a good front seven. Verse is good, Frisk is good, but the secondary is non-existent. That's why JSN feasted. They haven't faced the defense as complete and playing as complete as New England yet. So you can't say it's just, it's done, it's whatever. The game has to be played.
All right, so we got to watch it, and we got all next week to talk about that, man. So next week, obviously, we'll be joined by Mega, Starboy, by Pearly, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. All things Super Bowl next week, all right? Everything you can imagine. We can talk about from prop bets to teaser bets to halftime show to commercials to actually the game to the latest breaking injuries, the latest lines, so on and so forth, getting you right up till that 1 o'clock where you can start tailgating because obviously the game starts at what, 5:30, 6 o'clock?
6:06 and change.
So, yeah, definitely
6:40-something, yeah.
Look forward to that next week. That's definitely going to be something that we have to look out for sure. All right, so like I said, we'll do it again next week right here on the Press Box. For Pearly, for Starboy, for Mega, this is your boy Naughty. We'll see you next week right here on the Press Box. Quick break, flip side of the break, Rich Eisen taking us home with what's more likely. And that's a good one because that's getting us into next season. Giving us a look at Matthew Stafford. Is he going to retire? Where Aaron Rodgers is going to end up? What are the Raiders going to do with that first round pick? The Patriots and the Seahawks Super Bowl preview. And a tidbit on Giannis. Where's Giannis going to end up? But he's no longer a Milwaukee Buck. He's going to be traded.
Out.
He's going to be traded. Let's see where he ends up.
He's miserable.
All right, man. That's time been called in, texted in, good stuff. We'll do it again right here on the Press Box next week, same time, same channel. Keep it right where you got it.
Take care, guys.
Naughty back at you, repping for the Island Game. The NFL season is upon us, and the final push is back with the Island Game, and you could win big all NFL season long. Every $20 bet made on the Island Game Sportsbook gets you registered for the grand drawing. $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and in December, an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, California. So it pays to play and win with the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly.
You try to rest, but roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers, for window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Bahamas, are you ready for the ultimate Bud Light football experience? Buy 2 6-packs of Bud Light at any Jimmy's Wines and Spirits location or at participating liquor stores, and you're automatically entered to win. You could score an all-expense-paid trip to watch the Dolphins game live. Don't wait. Grab your Bud Light and get in the game today. Bud Light is distributed by Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, who reminds you to drink in moderation.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never. What's more likely, presented by Pella Windows and Doors? You have the floor, Chris Brockman.
All right. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday.
good.
Jay Philly, good to see you.
Hey.
Okay, let's get right to it. Some news of the day stuff and then kind of a fun one at the end. More likely, a team with a new coach and an MVP quarterback to make the Final Four next year, Bills or Ravens? Going to talk to Joe Brady here coming up. We talked to Jesse Minter yesterday.
I will go with the Bills because the quarterback and the coach are the same in terms of being in Josh Allen's ear, and we're not starting from scratch with the MVP quarterback. He's used to the voice. He's used to the playbook. They all know what everyone can do. Potentially Sean McDermott, his 2 cents, if you're in any way, shape, or form thinking it might have gummed up a work, and he wasn't fully delegating, that Jesse Minter is yet to hire an offensive coordinator. Don't know who that's going to be yet. This could change my opinion. For the moment, though, you're asking me on this day.
I am.
The Friday before an offensive coordinator's even been hired yet in Baltimore. I will keep my finger on this chess piece while I say it's the Bills that are the more likely candidate in this regard.
Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Moving on. More likely...
that was very formal. By the way, I appreciate the roadmap before starting of what's coming up and what's more likely, how you've mapped it out.
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Catch you off guard.
Thank you for that.
It did catch me off guard.
He doesn't want to catch you
off. Oh, I see. But that caught me off guard.
Him not wanting to catch you off guard.
Yes, it did. Right.
This year, we have a last place team from a season ago in the Super Bowl from the AFC.
Yes.
More likely, last place AFC team with a new head coach to sniff the playoffs in 2026. Titans, Browns, Raiders.
Well, I mean, the Raiders don't even have a coach yet. How can I even say anything?
We know who their quarterback's going to be, at least.
Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, of course.
I'll go Titans. I'll go Titans. Because you know, if you don't have hate, what is it? If you don't have haters, you ain't popping.
You ain't popping.
Isn't that what he's right?
No haters, you ain't popping.
Yeah.
And I just like
saying that. What song was that?
I just think
don't sing.
Song.
As you know, I'm a fan of Robert Saleh. I thought he got a raw deal with the Jets, and he's going to be calling the plays for the defense.
I did see that. Yeah.
He said that he didn't want to. He felt like a red flag challenge guy standing around. So he's going to be in that.
Haters, you ain't popping.
Thank you, sir. So I'll go Titans.
Okay.
Cam Ward, year 2.
I like Cam Ward.
Ryan Daboll as the offensive coordinator is sneaky, really good.
Dabes.
So, yeah, I'll go Titans.
Call them Dabes.
I'll go Titans.
Okay,
sir.
great.
Yeah.
I like that. More likely, older Super Bowl winning quarterback to be playing in 2026. Sorry for calling these guys old. Matthew Stafford or Aaron Rodgers?
I'm going to go both.
That's no.
It's too bad. I'm calling my shot. Well, I'll go Stafford then.
Follow the rules.
I'll go Stafford.
Okay,
then.
thank you.
Stafford's going to be 38. Rodgers is going to be 42, turning 40. I have no earthly idea what 8's thinking. I have a general sense. I would think that 9 would be loving life and coming back here. If
the Steelers just hire the line coach that he liked back in Green Bay too.
So I mean, I'll say both. I know you don't like it, so if I have to choose one, it'll be Stafford.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This
is very formal, which is throwing me off.
Well, I don't normally they're
Stay on your toes, baby. You never know where he's going to come.
This year we had a class of 2024 quarterback become an MVP finalist.
Okay.
Drake May. Probably not going to win, but he had a great season nonetheless, obviously in the Super Bowl. Which class, more likely class of 2024 quarterback, is going to break through and be an MVP finalist next year? Caleb, Bo Nix, Jane Davis.
Oh, I'll go Caleb. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
Oh, one of those guys was Rookie of the Year. The other guy was in the Final Four.
I know. Caleb Williams was so damn good, man.
Ooh, really?
He's so damn good, man.
Like we're sleeping.
And I'll tell you, Chris,
Oh, good.
I have to give you some. I'll pump you for the Heisman a little bit.
Oh, Caleb.
You were really high on the Caleb Williams, Ben
I was.
Johnson thing, and I'm like, I got to see it first. And then they start 0-2,
which was not great for
I
my.
know. And you were saying 4,000 yards, and
Yeah.
you were saying he's going to set records, and he damn near got the 4,000 yards, and everything about like he doesn't see the field. He can't run an offense. He can't go through the progressions. He can't just also, he can't ad-lib as well as we think. He's afraid to ad-lib, or he's uncomfortable to ad-lib, and he's never going to get comfortable and all that sort of. He was a dream come true, man. And like I told you, he doesn't throw anyone under the bus. That whole thing, like, yeah, DJ Moore and I miscommunicated, and every single person from Chris Collinsworth in real time and everybody else later on in the All-22 world said DJ Moore definitely hosed. Fair or not, Caleb didn't. He doesn't throw anyone under the bus. He handles his business superbly. I'll go Caleb. Yeah, hell yeah. You wouldn't?
I like that. No, I would too. I think.
Okay.
I think he's got the
TJ, would you?
set up
I
very
mean,
well.
yes.
Okay. What else?
More likely to be the higher total. Okay, hear me out. Some great, excellent, top-notch tennis was played in Australia.
I saw
over
this
the
morning.
over the night here. Yeah, Djokovic moves on. Carlos Alcaraz, your boy, moves on.
Alcaraz also got the benefit of being allowed to get through cramps with an injury timeout that he did not deserve as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, which caused me to think for a split second,
Calling shenanigans.
how am I supposed to get a point off a guy if he's going to be able to cramp and get some pickle juice that he's not allowed to have? I put myself in Zverev's shoes here. So
5 setters, 5+ hours, games were stretched out to the max. More likely to be the higher total. Games played in the Djokovic-Alcaraz final or total points scored in the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God.
So Djokovic beat Sinner in 48 games.
Thank you for that.
Okay. Beat the other guy whose name I can't pronounce.
Zverev.
In 61, I think, games. Super Bowl total is 45.5.
I'll say we'll see more games in Djokovic-Alcaraz final. Because Djokovic got not one but two matches on the way to this final where he was aided by his opponent not being able to finish, including one where he appeared to be finished himself. Down. You know what was even tougher to watch with, or tougher to see for me to witness than watching Alcaraz get that break, leading me to think that I would never be able to get a point off of him now more than ever, is watching any hot Italian tennis player with Susie. And she doesn't hide it in front of the kids.
No,
either.
she's just like, oh, whoa.
Like, yeah. And the kids find it funny. And I'm like, excuse me, do you understand how you wouldn't be alive in this sort of stuff?
Wow.
Damn fine and hot.
Thank you. That's the way she views Musetti. All right. What else you got?
2 more real quick. More likely, a Patriots legend who's most rooting for the Seahawks in Super Bowl 60. Tom Brady or Bill Belichick?
Why? So
Which one is secretly most rooting for the Seahawks?
Well, I would go with Belichick since he feels some sort of animus clearly towards the Kraft family, even after everything played out in the Brady role. What would Tom care about?
Oh, Tom, they won so quickly without me?
Oh, come on, man.
What do you mean? This guy's maybe better than I am?
Okay. I think Tom's very secure, and I think Bill will be secure too, but
Look, he's not even
I think
a Hall of
Belichick
Famer.
would be happy for Vrabel, don't you?